Right guys, just show you a bit of bait in it. These are small blueies. Obviously, if we had the large ones like I made up this morning, I'd be filleting them and putting them on the squid. Because they're only small ones, I mean, you can put that on there, cut it down to size, obviously, like that. You can cut that to there, look, take that off. You could do that, look, put that together, or you can cut the squid down the middle, take a bit of the guts out. Hope you can see me there. Or you, especially if you want to try and get it out a bit further and you don't want it too heavy, you can slice a fillet of squid, put it on the bluey like that, and then elastic cotton, whip it on. Here we are guys, it's a bit awkward here because it's the way I'm sat. You can whip it on like this, look. That's half a squid there with the small blueies. Like I said, with the large blueies, I fillet some and put aside the bluey. I think we showed you before anyway, that. Here we are, look. Don't have to be shy with the cotton, plenty of cotton on there. And obviously now when you put that on, you put your hooks in here and you whip it on. But you got bluey that side and half a side of squid that side. So I'll do another one, get another squid out. Like I said, if you want to, I'll do one now. I like taking the skin off, let the flavours out, pull all the bits off. I'll do one now, measure it up, quick measure, chop it, head and tail it like that. This time I'll use the whole squid. Easy to do, look, as you can see. Just wrap that around, magic cotton again, which we couldn't do without. Make sure you always carry a spare cotton with you guys, because if you drop it when you're out fishing, hang on. If you drop it when you're out fishing, my cotton's playing up a minute. You've had it. You can't do bluey and squid or crab or anything like that without your cotton. You'll be stuffed. So make sure you always got a spare one, even if you got one like this in the tubs, the Tropronics ones, and you just buy a £2 one, a cheap one, just as emergencies. There we are guys, you can cut that off if you want. All the juices will come out of there. And same again, look, nice bluey and squid, only a lot thicker that one because I used the whole squid. Right, let's find my cotton now.
Here we are guys, so we just sat there for about 10 minutes or so. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got about 12 baits. I don't count them exactly, but I'm going to say about 12. We've got some peanut crab by there, which was left over from the Swansea trip. So we might give that a cast on and give it a try. Bluey and squid ready to go. As soon as we wind it in, there'll be another one on. It's just so much faster than trying to do it every cast. It's just easier just to make a dozen up, because obviously there's 2 of us as well. That's got a nice tub here.
I made up this morning.
Ready to go.
Yeah. There's a tub on there, I done them this morning. Just made up some smaller ones down there. They're a bit bigger than ones. We got some small and some big.
Dad's had to make most of the bait today because I've had to leave all my fishing gear at home because I'm going to be moving out soon. So That's the life of Team Shepherd, making bait. Yeah guys, the tide's not far off now. Basically just hitting the rocks. So give it 10-15 minutes, I'll be casting out. You don't want to cast too quick, because if you cast when it's still quite shallow, you go straight into the mud, and it's a nightmare to be honest with you. I've never caught anything down this end, basically as soon as the tide has touched the rocks. I tend to wait a little bit, just to let the tide actually come in, get some depth of water out there, then give it a cast. So today we just seem to have more time today, I don't know why. Like when you're smooth on fishing, we've got a bit of time, but if you have a good day, everything's like rushed. I suppose it's the same with the rays, but most of the time you don't come down here and catch, you know, 10 rays in one session. It's a bit more controllable down here. On nab rock in places it is it can get difficult to film, because obviously we're not just filming you know, just to make the video, we're also filming our fishing. So we're trying to film our fishing and trying to fish ourselves, because we don't want to slacken off our fishing to film, because otherwise we won't catch as much. I'm not saying it's all down to catching, because it's not, but if you're on a good day, it's nice just to get them extra couple of fish, innit? I don't think we're doing too bad on the filming anyway. We're trying at least. We're having fun. We're fishing. It's good for us. That's just cast out just a straight in line. And he went straight into the mud. But I've said it before down here guys, it's nice down birds. It's just nice and quiet. Don't really get many people down here. I'm not saying I'm anti-social or anything, because I'm not. But most of the marks, they are, you know, tend to be pretty busy, don't they? High water's about 8 o'clock. It's about 5 o'clock now, so we still got a few hours. It's still quite windy down here, but it's nothing major. It's mainly because we're behind the cliffs, like I said earlier too. It's easy, it's fine. Can I wait any longer to get a rod in the water?
Yeah,
Oh, it's still deep down here, is it? That just informed me, don't bother, it's still really deep the mud. We'll bring you back in a bit guys. See you later. Well, I know Dad just said the mud's still quite deep out there, but I couldn't wait. It's 5 o'clock now. It's only about two hours or so before high water. 2.5 hours I think it is. So I thought I'd just give it a cast. What's the worst that can happen? I can catch a fish. We'll soon see. Let's bring you down by my box. See a bit closer to me. I think I might sit by here actually guys. I think I sit by here. No. I have, I got one rod out. Yeah, I sit by here guys. I can watch my rod tip, I can talk to you as well. Wasn't sure if I had a knot then, I'm not sure. No, I think it's just a tide pulling. I got another week off this week, so I had to get out fishing. Even though I'm moving, probably be next week when I'm moving. So next week might be a little bit manic, to say the least. But I'll try and make something happen, depending what day I move out. But it's lovely down here today, guys. Let me just swing the camera just so you can see the water. Nice thick chocolate coloured water, as per usual down here because of the mud. It's quite weedy down here, but I'm hoping it doesn't affect the fishing too much, catching on the line and stuff, because some places it's been a nightmare for people. I've seen loads of people complaining about it. His dad in the background, Mr. Professional. He said the same thing as me. Well, I said to him, I might get a rod out there. He said, I wouldn't, it's too deep, the mud. Because I put a rod out there. What's he doing? He's got his bait on, hasn't he? He can't wait. Unfortunately, guys, I had to bring him fishing today. I was going to keep him home, but he stamped his feet. He's been a good boy this week as well. Even if he does kick my ass at fishing.
What?
I was talking about you, not to you.
I thought you were. I can hear you. I got ears like an elephant.
I can see.
It was a bit stiff moving on and off, so we are changing.
Dad was telling me he was watching Riverside by me the other day, and he was talking about his father, and he was filling up, and the first thing he said to me is, that's literally going to be you. And it will. I know for a fact it will. Of course it will. Me and Dad's fished with each other for, well, I'm 32 now. I've literally since I was probably 3. But I gotta enjoy the time that he's here, and that's the main thing really. Go fishing with him, spend some time with him, have fun, have a laugh. And I've got it all on capture, most of it, on film, that I can look back on. I might not even watch it back, to be honest with you. You know what it's like. So yeah, I do feel for Cardiff, of course I do. When I get home, I'll probably watch the same video, because I normally watch his videos anyway. Let's try and catch some fish. Dad down there now doing the pendulum cast. No, he's not. He's doing overhead chuck. Down here as well, guys, you don't have to cast to the moon. It's like with Cardiff Foreshore down the bottom end. It's probably about 50 yards, 40-50 yards when you're up on the top bank to the mud. But here, the top bank's up by there, it's probably a 20-yard chuck. You'd have to hit the rocks if you're doing a 20-yard chuck. It's probably less than 20 yards, to be honest with you. So it don't matter how far you cast, 9 times out of 10 you're going to end up on the mud. Or in reality, I would actually say 10 out of 10 you would end up on the mud. As long as you've got decent, well, half decent gear at least. Found a couple of weights and rigs down here. So someone's been fishing. Well, we know one guy was fishing because he asked me on YouTube in the comments. And he come down and he caught 5 rays, so I can't fault him on that one. That is definitely a red letter day for him. Well, for anyone to be honest, who catch 4 rays in one day, or 5 rays. Well, we'll bring you back in a little tiny bit when Dad's got his rod out, or he has got his rod out, I should say, and Dad catches a fish. Because this should be called Stephen's Fishing Adventures. I'll bring you back in a bit, guys.
Right guys, we both got 2 rods out each now. Let's have a go time. It's 5:45. We couldn't really cast out any early. I went down to tidy my line on my reels, and there wasn't much depth there at all because the weight was going right into the mud. Whether you were casting far or short, it was still going in the mud. So I tied is, I think it's 8 o'clock or just before 8 o'clock. Normally we found down here. I water maybe an hour after sometimes, Rich, and that's about it, isn't it? About an hour after I water, and probably that's your lot then. I don't know if it'll be dark by then. That's the time when the rats will be running everywhere like they were the last time. Run between my legs. But yeah, so first cast each. Squid and bluey on them all. 4-foot pulleys.
Got 5 foot on mine.
Oh, Richard got 1 5-foot, I got 2 4-foots. But yeah, I put a bit shorter on, especially coming up over these rocks. Although when you wind that fast, it comes across the surface most of the time. But I got 1 spare on my stand now. I'm going to bait that one up because we've done some extra baits. The last time we come down, we didn't stand a chance. You had a job to stand up down here, it was that windy. So at least today, long as the weed is not dragging the leads out, we got half a chance. We're in the water, we're happy, we're out in the sun. So what else can you ask for? So if we catch anything, we'll get back to you later, guys. See you later. Right guys, rod's been out. We've had two or three casts now. Baits are coming back clean. I just thought I'd show you a baiting up now. Quick bait up. You can see it, there we are. Hook in. Out. Like that. Lay it along the top like that. I know some of you have probably seen it before, but if any of you out there has just started fishing, you put the hook in there, look, facing, wrap the cotton round, go round the hook as well a couple of times, like that, wrap it round, keep going, all the way up. Like I said, don't be shy with the cotton. Make sure you go round the eye of the hook here, because that's when it can turn. You could have a bite, and we've learned, we've had bites years ago and the hook had turned and we missed the fish. So make sure you put plenty round the eye of the hook. Then you've got a tag end here which I haven't cut off, which you normally cut off. Like I said before, it's not my idea, this is Gareth Griffiths' idea. Tag end, put it down like that and whip over the tag end all the way up, all the way down. I see, it don't hurt to put a bit round the bottom of the hook there, around there, pull it tight, up again. Like I said, most of you know this, but if you've just started off fishing, it might help you. And the same thing, you pull the pennel hook up to the top, oh, drop my cotton. You don't, because you've put the tag end into there, you don't really need to put this round, but I still like to put it round. Then you do the same thing, in like this, out like that, pull it tight like that, bit of cotton, loose cotton there, pull it tight. I said you don't need to, because the bait is not going to slide up with that tag end anyway. 2 seconds, the wind's blowing my cotton. Right, yeah guys, round the top then, up and down, a couple of times behind it, back up. Just turn a bit of loose cotton there, snap that off, up and down with the cotton. Make sure you go right to the top there. There we are. We've got 2 hooks like that. Some people put the hook on the other side as well. whichever way they grab it, but I just like to have the two like this, look. Bit of cotton round the top, so just slippery with the squid, up and down, pull it tight, there we are, tag end, there we are, you've got two nice hooks there, and that should fly through the air lovely. I'll snip this little bit off here so it don't spin in the wind. We haven't had any bites so far, guys. It's 20 to 7, but we've had this in the winter. We haven't had a bite until about 20 minutes before I walked, and we've had some bites then and some bites after. So we keep plodding along and see, you know, we can't do any more, but try it at least. See you later, guys.
Not fishing the best, guys. I know we've got big baits, we have got blue and squid, and we're mainly after the rays. I said to Dad earlier, maybe next time we should bring some ragworm, just to have that extra chance of catching something, and smaller hooks. But if we don't try for the firm back rays, because that's what you mainly catch on here is firm backs.
And congers.
Yep, and the congers. We've had bass down here as well. So you never know, I've just put one in about 20 yards, something like that. Yeah, I wound one of my rods in and Dad wound one of his rods in, and to be fair, it did look like crabs or something had a nibble of the blue and squid. So you never know, something might happen. Really slow down here today though. I remember last time we came down here it was really slow, we blanked. But it was really windy that day. The wind is pretty much behind us here. It's not really windy.
It's calm, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice and calm. It's pretty flat calm out in front of us as well. So we give it like an hour after I water, something like that. If we aren't anything, we'll head back home, because it's about a 20-minute walk back to the car anyway, so.
So I played a couple of shepherd's pie.
Cottage pie.
Cottage pie.
And the missus back at Dad's house. She's looking after Mum. And she's got a nice cottage pie on the go.
So Dad said, can we go home now?
Dad wants to go home now, but I'm making him stay. It must be fishing bad if Dad wants to go home from fishing. It's been warm though. It's not cold, it's not windy.
The weather's perfect now.
Yeah, no, the weather is perfect to be fair.
It's perfect. It's just not a bite. It's lovely here, isn't it?
Perfect weather.
"10 minutes to high water, guys. It's not looking good. As Richard said, it's fish really slow. But I mean, the weather's perfect here. Look at it, you know. It's a couple of small waves, but the sea is calm. We've had a little bit of weed, not too much. We got just fresh baits out about 10-15 minutes ago, Rich. Yeah, about that. We've tried them out as far as we can pull them, and Richard got one in close as well, a big bait in close, all on the normal pulley rigs. But we've had it like this in the winter, and then come high water and we've had two fish within a half hour of you know, after I water. I'm not saying that's going to happen tonight, it might not, because it just seems dead down there. It's like there's not a fish out there. But on days, you know, it can be like that. You just never know. Say, oh, I've wound one rod in before now, ready to go home, and the other one, I've had a good bite on it and I've had a fish. So you never know. But if we do have a fish, obviously we'll come back to you and show you the fish. Hopefully. We'll see you later, guys.
Let's just take off that bait now. Got a new bait rigged up. At this moment in time, is it even worth it? But if we don't do it, we'll only regret not doing it, especially if we did catch a fish. At least I got a rig ready to go. As you can see, I do need a new pair of scissors. How it happened, as you do, use your scissors to, you know, either straighten your line or pull your knot down, as I did. Just snap your hand off. So now I've got half a handle, I suppose.
Instead of using the puller tool I gave you.
Yeah. A lot of you might not be carp anglers, but I really do recommend a puller tool. Doesn't have to be a quarter one. It can be any make. You can buy them off eBay, probably for like a £5 or whatever. But they are probably the most handiest things you can buy. Instead of doing what I've done to my scissors, that's got so much strength in it. No matter how hard you pull, it's not going to snap. So I do recommend them. Like I said, you don't have to buy an expensive one. Just buy the cheap one. I only got that because we obviously used the carp fish. Let's rig this up now. Ready to go. But it hasn't been this quiet for quite a while, especially for the video wise. But we had drew a blank. In all fairness, we had drew a blank. We've had some good videos in the last, say, month or so. So we gotta expect it. Can't catch every time you go fishing, can you guys? Even the professionals don't catch every time they go fishing. Let's give him a wrap up. Let's get him back out there. Bring you back in a bit, guys. All I'm after is a bite. And not a bite to eat, just a bite. I'm not fussy. Yeah, even a Swansea salmon hound turned up to annoy yesterday. The old dogfish. Dad's clickers go in, but it's not a fish. He might dream it's a fish, but there's no fish there. I think what he done, I think they cornered off our section of the sea and they took all the fish out. I think that's what's happened, guys. I'm sure you're sat there now watching this thinking, oh, I'd love to see a fish being caught. Yeah, go to another YouTube channel, guys. No fish getting caught today. Oh, that was a bit of a nasty bite then, on our left hand rod. That's either seaweed, guys, or I just had a good bite. There's me joking around saying they've netted my area of the sea, taking all the fish away. And I think I had a bite. I might be seeing things, but I am 100% sure that was a bite. I would swing the camera for you guys, but you probably won't be able to see much when it comes to the rod tips. I'll try it, see what you can see. Oh,
fucking hell.
look at that. Alright, and rod.
Wait. Oh, go on, it's on there, go on. What a bite that was.
What a bite.
Is the camera on?
Yeah.
What a bite Richard had then, guys. Oh, Richard's got something tidy on there. What's that tip, Rich?
Yeah.
Honest to God, my clicker was going on my reel just now. So I tightened it up a bit and it started bending. And I thought, well, yeah, it's seaweed, that is. I don't know, I'm gonna have to put the camera down, guys. I don't know what Richard got. I think it might be a conger. There you go.
Get him up there, boy. Yeah, we're on plank, guys. There's me joking around earlier.
Hang on. You are, guys?
Here we are. A lot of conger.
There we
Happy
are.
days. Let's put my rod down. I can do some proper filming.
Sorry, guys. I thought Richard went to unhook his fish. Right, hang on. Hang on, I got to 50 yards up.
Here we are, guys. That's what we like to see. Some nice EOS slime on my hands. There's me joking around. There's no fish in this water. Just making a bit of light joke of it. That's the best part though. It's when you're not expecting and it goes bang, bang, bang. And you jump up. Doesn't matter how big it is, how small it is.
Oh, it was the bite,
Just great, yeah, it's great sport. I had one on about 20 yards out, which I just caught that one. So I put my 2 rods about 20 yards out, and Dad's just put one of his rods out about 20 yards out. You never know.
No.
If the end of the day, if they're in about 20 yards and we're casting 150 yards or 100 yards, it's a waste of time. But I think since we've been down this end, when we fished in the winter and stuff, we didn't really catch much in close, so we tend to just come down here and just basically get as far as you can, because that's where we tend to catch. But that's been a good eye opener, I want to say.
We do a lot of the time put one in close.
Yeah, but not when I say it's in close, I mean it's like literally 20 yards. Normally we put in about 60 yards, something like that, which is still quite close. Let's spin you round so you can see Dad.
That's made my day now. That bite was unbelievable. It shook the whole... It was a good job you got the rods tied on there, because it shook the whole rod stand. It was absolutely brilliant, because first of all, I know I had a bit of seaweed on my line, but I've seen it judder a bit with the seaweed, and I thought, oh, is it seaweed or is that a bite? And the next thing then, I turned round to look at Richard because he said something, and his rod was bop, 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 bop. Like I said, the whole stand, it shook his other rod. For a small conger, what a bite. What a bite. So obviously now we're gonna stay a little bit longer.
As you do.
As you do. So yeah, I put one out as far as I can, and the other one I just put it out about probably about 50 yards. So fresh bait on them. So if we don't, well, Richard's got a fish. If I don't get one now, it don't matter. At least we've had one. I know it's only a small conger, but when you've been here for hours and hours and hours and we haven't had one single bite, that just made our day. You know, it don't have to be £10 or, you know, anything like that. That was just great bit of fun. If we do get any more, guys, we'll get back to you. The camera on doesn't fucking stop. That was me that was tightening the drag up.
Sorry about that, guys. the battery on the GoPro died. Yeah, Dad had a cracking bite and had a left-hand rod then. But he said to me, oh, don't put the camera on because it'll probably stop. I put the camera on and guess what? It stopped. If anything goes mad, we'll bring you back. As you can see, it's pretty much getting dark now. We were going to go home before it got dark, but when it's fishing, well, I wouldn't say it's fishing well, but you know, we're sort of getting bites. We've had 2 bites, like, so we got to stay that extra little bit longer, haven't we?
You can't go home once you've had 2 bites.
Exactly. It's illegal. So we'll bring you back in a bit, guys. Yeah, there we have it, guys. That's the end of the video now. I had to sort of rush because it was getting dark. We have got head torches, but we got out there quickly before we had to put them on. And as you can see, pitch black outside. Yeah, we had a good session. Dad never managed to catch one, but it doesn't matter. There's always next time. If you enjoy the video, guys, and you haven't subscribed yet, just hit that red subscribe button. It's free of charge. It keeps us going to keep making videos for you guys to enjoy them. So we'll see you soon, guys. Team Shepherd. Dad's that side,
Yeah.
driving.
Yeah.
So I've got to end the video on my side.
Yeah.
So we're soon, guys. Take it easy.
See you guys. Drop the legs down on the stand a minute. Hang on.
Cut this bit, Rich. Just cut this bit.
Obviously, because you were up there with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll see. Oh, I can't believe I fucking...
Oh, what a bite and all, wasn't
I know,
it?
it's boom, 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 boom. My little legs are shaking.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You saved the day, Rich.
I was joking around on camera just now. I said, oh, I think they've netted
Yeah, I know.
part of my section of the sea. They've taken all the fish away.
There we are. Hang on.
Hit the screen so I can see it. No, the screen. There we are. Right. There we are, guys. After me joking around saying they've netted the sea and they've taken all the fish away. My left hand rod was, it went like that, bang. That's why I turned the camera so you could see it. And then my right hand rod was going bang, 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 bang.
Oh.
What a bite. I'm hoping that's actually on camera,
Honestly.
that bite. You might be able to see it. The camera was quite far back, so you might not be able to see it.
It might not.
But that beats a blank.
Yeah, it was
definitely.
only a small conger, but God almighty, it shook the rod stand, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right, let's get him enough and get some pictures of him.
Lovely jubbly.
Yep. All
I'll
right.
bring you back in a bit, guys.